Matt, will you be teaching the group the best or recommended retargeting strategies? I need my product to follow my audience everywhere they go, whether it be from different sites on the internet to their phone or whatever device or channel they're using. I like the spirit of this. I personally don't think it makes sense to spend a ton of time worrying about retargeting until you have a decent amount of traffic going to your store. Otherwise, you just don't have that many people to retarget. And so you're sitting there managing these ads and they're kind of like spending this money targeting a very limited audience group, which until the audience group is of a certain size, the ads may not even run. And then when they do run, when that audience kind of reaches whatever that tipping point is, which is kind of a black box, I guess, on some of the social platforms, then your frequency can get really high because they're retargeting of such a small number of people. And so I would kind of wait until you're probably getting, I don't know, at least a couple hundred visitors a day to your store. And then once you get to that point, I would start, the most simple option would be like a Facebook retargeting ad and just one campaign targeting your website visitors that have visited your site like in the last 30 days or so. And then just send them to one of your best landing pages or discount pages and just let that thing run on a limited budget. Start with like 20 bucks a day. And then if it's spending that and the numbers look good and the frequency, which you can just add a column there on Facebook, is not going like out of control, like over 3, for example, then you can kind of just let that run evergreen. And to me, that would be the most like basic way to start. To me, part of retargeting, and like you're talking about all these different devices and stuff, is making sure you're sending emails and doing SMSs every week, because that's another way to reach people that's kind of, doesn't matter if there's pixels on their devices because you're just contacting them at their personal information. Then beyond that, I would still be posting on social also, even though it's not technically retargeting, but they may have unsubscribed from your emails. They may not have the pixel on whatever device that they're using anymore, but they follow you on a social media account. So then like, that's another way to just constantly be reaching these same people, finding some way where they can't like ignore you. And then later down the road, when you start getting more significant traffic, you can add more retargeting channels, such as like Google Display. YouTube is another good one where you can just do the same thing. You're targeting your website visitors. Anytime they're watching a video on YouTube, you have the potential to kind of put your own ad or video in front of them. And so that's when I would start kind of adding those. That's kind of the order of priority that I would work in. And Mike or Devin, I don't know if y'all have done anything. I know there's all these like Google search retargeting and stuff. Like I'm less familiar with those, but I don't know if those have been effective at all or that useful.
No,
I mean, Facebook makes it dead simple.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Devin.
No, I was just like, we've used like AdRoll, and AdRoll, to me, the results were pretty crappy. And I don't know, like, granted, we don't have like that much traffic yet. So yeah, I'm curious, once you have the same, like say the visitors that you guys have with Life Boost, if something like AdRoll is more effective at that point. But most of the retargeting we've ever done has just been on like Facebook ads. And then even on that, if you're only getting a handful of visitors, like they'll get picked up in your original ads anyway. So as long as you're not separating them out and kind of isolating that like website visitors in your ads, then they're going to get retargeted with the same ads anyway.
Yeah, and setting those up on Facebook is real simple. I mean, they actually have a type that's a retargeting type, and you can do it from inside of Shopify. Shopify's own marketing automations, you'll see on the left-hand side menu. It's a whole new set of automations they create up. One of them is Facebook retargeting ads. It'll set it up for you. The only downside is that we haven't gotten great results because they're so boring. I mean, they're literally just showing the main product image, and you have maybe like their suggested headline is forget something. And so many people just kind of like leave that there. Maybe it works sometimes, but it's not too catchy. I think to really make them work, you have to test out some different headlines, maybe even some different graphics, which they don't make it easy to do. But I would try mine. Spending a little bit of money, 10 bucks a day on retargeting, might even have a hard time spending that until you get up there. Try the easy one out first, and that will give you the best chance of seeing how well it works for you.